I'm just coming back from a run, and did my brain shake up, and I have this wonderful, phenomenal value to share with you all, and I figured I'd just come right here and share it immediately. So I was dealing with this morning with a problem on the concept of altruism, how altruism is this wonderful thing, and we should live life to be altruistic and share with others and do for others. And someone was asking me, he said, Ellie, it feels great and it's wonderful, but I don't enjoy giving. I don't want to give that fellow who asked me for help. I'm just not in the mood of doing it. And if I feel phony, I feel fake. I feel like I have to keep giving when I don't want to give. And it's a real problem. Am I the only one that faces this problem? And I told them, I feel the same way. When charities reach out, sometimes I feel like this is not really a charity that I would typically want to give to. I don't really appreciate the problem they're solving. And yeah, there's a greater good and a greater purpose, and the universe will shine it down upon me, but I don't know. And so we're discussing how the idea of altruism, when it's only altruism, when we stay altruistic, when we stay purely in the form for others, we don't think about ourselves at all, we ultimately don't end up continuing that process. Because while you do it once, you'll do it twice, at some point it will end, because there's no gain whatsoever for you. There has to be a little bit of exchange, and a little bit of a gain, a little value for yourself when you share with someone else. But we realized through a little bit of conversation that ultimately the purpose of altruism is not to share unconditionally, but to find value for yourself in everything that you share. So for example, if a charity asks you for money, they need a donation of £100, $100, whatever it is, by all means, if you can afford to give it to them, help them. But think about the problem that they're solving and realize who they're helping. And think about how good it would feel for you to help them yourself. And think about how happy it'd make them feel, how happy to make you feel. And when it makes you feel good, when you feel that excitement of, wow, I can actually help someone solve that problem, hand over the $100. And then boom, you'll have anchored it on two sides. You'll have anchored it in the higher power world, in the sense that it's the greater good, but you'll also bring some value to yourself, because if it feels good physically, you'll do it again. You'll do it not just today, you'll do it tomorrow, and you'll continue doing it. And I think that's ultimately the big missing link that we miss with altruism. That ultimately, it's not about just getting outside ourselves and being all for other, because if it was all about outside ourselves, then the universe or God, whoever you want to call it, same thing, ultimately wouldn't need it to create us as humans. We could be angels. I mean, angels are all about other. They have one mission and one goal, and that's it. I think the reason why we're created as humans is for us to bring the human buy-in, to get our simple self, to get our personal self involved in the transaction, to realize ultimately that every single thing that we do for someone else also has a gain for me. Right? If you share a service, you give them the service and they give you cash, right? So you do an exchange. That's a purchase. That's buying. That's helping customers. Whatever it is in the world, charity, there has to be a return, because if there is no return, it doesn't happen again. And so ultimately, I think that's the big fusion. The idea of altruism is often misconstrued. It's to just be all for other, and the ultimate goal is no. Ultimate goal is make it for yourself as well. And when you do that, you're off to the races. Then everything suddenly changes. You see the whole world in a different way, and you can really make a difference. So anyway, have an awesome day, and make it happen.